All right, guys, we are done at the Absolutely Fish retail store, and now we've headed over to the aquaculture facility. We're getting ready to go inside, meet with Eric. Let's go.
I don't know. How many clowns do you think are in that tank?
Oh, like,
you know, they spent their entire life in that room up until that point.
And that's live?
That's all live. They were just hatched overnight. If they aren't constantly diluted, they'll crash, basically.
Right. Dude, how many fish are in there?
I couldn't tell you.
Wow, they're just everywhere.
They're everywhere, yo.
All right, guys. Hey,
man, welcome.
Hey,
thanks for coming by. Welcome to our realm over here. This is where we're doing a lot of our aquaculture. We've been doing the aquaculture facility for about over 10 years. We were mainly doing freshwater fish and coral when we first started. About 2013, 2014, we transitioned into doing mostly clownfish. In terms of the fish leaving the building. We still do a little bit of freshwater and a lot of coral. We're in the coral room now here. So I thought we'd kind of start at the bottom of the food chain, so to speak. These are our rotifer cultures here. These were kind of crucial in starting us to breed clownfish, and many marine fish start on live rotifers when they're born as fry. So our baby clowns are on live rotifers for about 5 to 10 days, depending on the growth rate. And at that point, we switch them up to like live baby brine and eventually dried prepared foods. The rotifers are reproducing so quickly that if they aren't constantly diluted, they'll crash, basically. The entire culture is going to get strained out. We do this twice a week to manage water quality. Yeah, you can sit right here. This is a micron sieve. We're just going to open it up here, and you're going to catch all the roadies that come out.
You can see it starting to build up in there. It's really cool.
Just drop them in straight like that. And they'll all stay inside the sieve there. So you can see that's about 4 gallons of roadies concentrated. Now they'll stay safe while we work and clean the drum here.
So this is about once a week, right?
Twice a week, the full breakdown. Twice a week,
It's really cool that they're doing stuff like this here at the aquaculture facility and even sharing it with their customers. They're not really territorial on what they're doing. They want the entire industry to be able to create a healthier place. So I like their attitude. I like that they're doing it, and it's been fun.
So this is essentially clean rotifers that you strained out in clean water mixed with the phospholipid-enriched formula. So that's a separate additive. So we're going to take this, we're going to strain it, we're going to concentrate down the rotifers into just, like 50 ml of water, and then we're going to give a couple pipettes to the babies that are on that stage. We have some freshly hatched brine shrimp that I harvested earlier today. So some of our larger clowns, you can go ahead and feed them to L1 here.
Oh wow, look at those.
Yeah, there's a ton of brine in there.
Tons of little guys, and that's live?
That's all live. They were just hatched overnight. These are our larval pages. These are really important source of information. We have different people over here every day, and this is a little cheat sheet of where these fish are in their different stages of development. So you can see these are 22 days from being born. At this stage, they're getting baby brine, and they're getting dry food. If we go to the second page, we're only on day 1. They just hatched last night. So we did green water, the phytoplankton. You just fed the rotifers. Did a water change before you got here. We only run the tanks on air stones because they're so fragile that even a sponge filter can kill the fish.
How do you do a water change on these guys?
That's a great question. So we use this hose that's basically hooked up to a micron. So you start the siphon, and this will protect any fish from getting sucked up. And then just with your free hand, you crimp the hose so you can really take it out very slowly. And then the water actually gets dripped through an airline tubing back into the tank because they're that sensitive. Now this tank here, I believe, is just transitioned over to baby brine. So this is only day 2 of baby brine for them, and they're transitioning. So you can see you've got overlap here where we have to use our judgment depending on the rate that they're developing.
Who is your daddy?
Actually, their dad is right over here. What's cool about the clowns is, you have mixed parents with different, morphs, and they'll produce mixed offspring. So all those clowns are actually from one set of parents. You've got normal ocellaris in there, you've got snowcap, you've got black ice, you've got platinums, bullet holes, and that's just because the parents carry the genetics for all those different morphs. It's pretty sweet. Our first batch actually was this fish here. This clownfish is over 20 years old, and she's still one of our best producers. Big Mama is her name. Big Mama and Little Poppy.
You know, if little Poppy doesn't take care of Big Mama, little Poppy.
She's had a couple little poppies.
To exist.
Yeah, she's had a couple little poppies. Yeah. How many clowns do you think are in that tank?
Oh, like 300,
yeah,
400.
Something like that.
So I was watching the behavior of the male here, and every once in a while he like puts his mouth on the side there.
Yep.
What is he doing?
He's just keeping them clean. He's keeping them aerated. You see the little dance he's doing? That's to keep the water moving around him.
Yeah.
He's like tending his little garden of babies. Think of it that way. Once they outgrow the 50s, usually about 3/4 of an inch, they get moved into this room where we have the 100-gallon tanks, the big system. These guys are freshly moved. We have the black storms here and the black ocellaris.
Yeah.
What's interesting is you can always tell when they've been freshly moved because they ball real tight.
Yeah.
It's like they're a little bit nervous. They've been moved. You know, they've spent their entire life in that room up until that point. Now they're in a different system, bigger system, and they're always a little nervous. I've noticed that constantly. They ball tight for about a week or so, and then they'll start to look like a loose pack of them, you know, kind of like this tank here, where they look more relaxed.
This is what the rest of the world does. And these over here, those are trailblazers. People that are gonna go to new links, reach out past where the normal pack is to show everyone it's okay to go over here.
And if you're wondering why there's some bigger clowns in there, those were more docile clowns that were in a larger group that started getting bullied. So they got separated, and because they're more docile, they're with the babies where they can kind of feel like they're in control of the situation.
You have to remend their mind.
Psyche. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, how many fish are in there?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Dude.
Oh, there they go. Now they're comfortable.
That's gotta be 400.
Probably.
Oh God, they are ready. Look at them. Wow, guys, I'm sorry. I'll try to feed you faster.
They act like they've never been fed, like they haven't already eaten 3 times today.
My God, there's so many of them, dude. I don't think these guys got enough. There's a lot.
There's a lot in there.
Wow, they're just everywhere.
They're everywhere, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna hand you over to Caleb. We're gonna frag up some basic corals. I think we're gonna do maybe a stony coral or two, maybe a galaxia.
Okay.
Just do some fragging, and I think we'll wrap it up.
We'll hold it, say like 10 seconds or so out of the water. Excellent. This is very important. So iodine, in your reef tanks, you have to be very precise with dosing this, because I feel like it can almost have an adverse effect sometimes, especially with your soft corals.
Yeah.
But it can also be great for your soft corals. So it's something that if you're dosing in your tank, definitely want to test for it. Use of a dip, which is more of a short-term thing, you can use it more concentrated. Usually I like to do a drop for every 20 gallons, but in the case of a drip, essentially until it turns like a nice like yellow tinted color.
All right, guys, that is a wrap here at the Absolutely Fish aquaculture facility and retail store. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that these guys walked you through. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe Fritz Aquatics, and also go to the Absolutely Fish Instagram and social media sites. Thank you, and until next time, snailed it.